morning and welcome to today's little chat ed. It's Friday the 18th of May 2018. Yes gang, it's the day before the royal wedding. It's all over the telly this morning. I have to say, I was watching BBC News up again early this morning. What is going on? 10 to 7 I woke up and I thought, I can't. I had a terrible stomachache this morning. It's gone now. Yeah, I'm getting up earlier and earlier here. 10 to 7 now. I used to get up. I used to set the alarm for 8 o'clock, right? And I'd go downstairs, have breakfast, and come up and chat to you. I'm waking up an hour before the alarm now. Isn't it odd? I used to get up when I was doing my DJing and sort of till 2 or 3 in the morning. I used to get up like 10 o'clock in the morning, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Now it's like 7. It's like the body is I don't know, is trying to tell me something. I don't know, that I should perhaps be getting up earlier in the morning and doing something else, more productive. I've been up this morning, and as I say, I watched the telly. I don't know what that woman had on BBC Breakfast this morning. Naga. It looked like a blanket. It looked like the blanket that you have on the back of the car seat in case you get chilly. It did. Awful. But better coverage on the BBC, I thought. Switched over onto ITV for Good Morning, whatever it is. And they had that Ben Shepherd with the permanent fake smile on. He looks old, doesn't he? Old Ben Shepherd. And Richard Arnold being smarmy. And who was the woman talking to Richard Arnold who then went around? Oh, it's quite funny, actually. She wanted to go in a horse-drawn carriage around Windsor and see what it would like to be Meghan Markle, as she's in the carriage, whatever. And she's going around in this carriage, right? And she's waving. There's no one there. They must have filmed that at like 6 o'clock in the morning before everyone else. She's waving like this, and I'm looking at the streets. There's no one there. She's waving to no one. Not like me. If I wave like that, there's like 25 million people watching this morning, isn't there? So that's the royal wedding tomorrow, and they're really going into overdrive at the moment. And I don't know why they go on and on about her father not turning up. Then he is, then he isn't, then he is. Totally uninteresting. I wonder who will walk her down the aisle. They were saying possibly Prince Charles might like to do it. I think that would be nice, don't you? Prince Charles to walk Meghan down the aisle. Is it Meghan or Meghan? I'm never quite sure. Meghan or Meghan down the aisle. I think that would be nice. Yes, or even the Queen. I mean, I am available. I have walked my sister down the aisle before. My sister's been married twice. Oh, it gets better, to the same bloke. The first time it didn't quite work out, then they got back together again and married again. Unfortunately, by the second time, my father had passed away, so she needed someone to walk her down the aisle. That was me. Da 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 da. At the first time they got married, I played the organ, and I played as they came down the aisle. They didn't want that. They had that thing from The Sound of Music. You know the wedding scene in The Sound of Music where she comes down the aisle? Da 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 da. I've got that on video somewhere. Oh yes, I wonder if I can get that on a DVD I could show you. So there we are, the wedding's gone into overdrive. Will you be watching it tomorrow? I'm concerned because usually at 11 o'clock I do my chat show. I think I might. Is it 11 o'clock? What time is the wedding? Someone tell me. Because if it's at 11 o'clock, I don't want to take viewers away from the wedding, you see. I don't want to sit here and do a show, and take viewers away from watching the wedding. So we might wait till a little bit later. Or we might do it at 7 o'clock in the morning, seeing as I keep waking up at that early time. Let's say hello to some of you this morning. Shall we start on the other side this morning? Over on YouTube, good morning to Paul Mosley in sunny Birmingham. It's beautiful here today. Sun's out already. Morning to Joanna. Hello to Claire. Good morning, Claire. Tim Partington's back over on YouTube. Good morning, Tim, who remembers the opening music. It used to be the engineering announcements for radio and television trade. Yes, the IBA one, wasn't it, I think? Yeah, you're right there, I'm sure. And he's loving the YouTube stream as well. I think it looks better on YouTube, actually. The only thing is you don't, there's like two sets of people talking. Those of you that are on YouTube and those of you that are on Facebook, and the two don't intertwine, unfortunately, so you're kind of talking among each others on each one. Claire says, a quiz team. Claire, have you been going to quizzes? Why haven't you been to my quiz yet? It was a bit quiet Tuesday. We only had 2 teams Tuesday. You would have won a prize. If there's 3 teams or less, everyone gets a prize. Everyone's a winner. Everyone's a winner. Do you know those things like at fun fairs where you have to try and win a gold? I wonder how many people win goldfish. And off you go with your little bag of goldfish. Do some people eat them, don't they? Can you eat a goldfish? Do you eat goldfish? That poor little thing being scurried away in a little plastic bag. Half of the bags break, don't they? The plastic. You see these children carrying bags of goldfish that the dads have just won by chucking a hoop over a square thing or something like that. Yeah, come along to the quiz one Wednesday. It's a good laugh, especially when it's busy. In Islington, as you know, on Wednesdays. Paul says on Radio 5 they've spent 2 hours discussing what Harry might wear. Well, a suit, preferably. I mean, I reckon he'd look quite nice in a little rugby outfit, wouldn't he? Nice pair of little white shorts and a rugby shirt. That would look really nice on Harry, wouldn't it? Don't you think? Because he's the Butch one of the two, isn't he? Don't you think? The other one's a little bit Mary-fairy, isn't he? You know what I mean? Oh, William. Not that we don't like him, because we do. But William is a little bit more Mary-fairy. And Harry's like the Butch one. The Butch one, who don't seem to care about much. No, I don't mean that. That's incorrect. He doesn't seem to give a care. No, is that wrong? That's still wrong. You know, I have a feeling if you did something, he wouldn't be shocked. Like that. I mean, I think I've seen him in chariots, to be honest. Paul says Steve Allen is brilliant. He's calling them by their real names, Rachel and Harry, not so glamorous. Oh, I haven't heard the show this morning. I didn't know you listened to Steve Allen in the morning, LBC. Excellent. Oh, okay. Tim says it starts at 12 noon tomorrow afternoon. Okay, we'll just get a show in before that then, because I don't want to take viewers away from the royal wedding. I know you'd rather watch me, but, there are times where we must bow down to Her Majesty and respect her and the wedding going on. So there we are. Thank you. Claire's forming a YouTube team to come down to the quiz on Wednesday, are you? Well, there it is. You know where it is, don't you, Claire? There we are. King's Head Theatre Bar, 115 Upper Street, Islington. I'm sure you'll win. I don't think the questions are that difficult. Sometimes it's more difficult than others, but we'll have to see. Oh, well, come along. I look forward to seeing you down there. That'd be your first outing to the quiz, Tim, wouldn't it? Over on Facebook Live, good morning to Daryl Cole. Gustav's there. MD Litton on a Learn English group. Andy Baker, morning. John Aitken. Hello, John. The sun is up around 5 a.m. John gets up at 6. Wow, you're even earlier than me. I'm starting to wonder if I'm going to get to 6 a.m. I didn't go to bed that early. I suppose about 12:30, 1:45 last night, Good morning, Angela Walters. It's night time in Melbourne. Yep. Let's have a look. Mark Jones. Good morning, Mark. Robbie Stedman. Morning. Tom Gully. Hello, Tom. Ray Reynolds, international, is there. Good morning, Ray. Ray was on at Royal Albert Hall, He played the ukulele in front of the Queen at the Royal Albert Hall and had a close-up on BBC One Colour. A close-up. I haven't had one of those, dear. Ray hasn't got his own daily morning television programme like I have, but I haven't had a close-up on BBC One. That is saying something. The Queen was there at the time as well. Morning, Leanne. Good morning, Leanne. Who says, they say, Chris, when you start waking up early, it's an age thing. I'm not saying you're old. I'm saying I'm old. I am, Leanne, so you can as well, love. Don't worry about that, sweetheart. I am old now. 55 and counting. Time to slow down, isn't it? Tom says, if I ever have a church wedding, they're going to play in the in crowd. I don't know that. The in crowd doing the processional. I don't know what that one is, the in crowd. Gustav, do a show so we don't have to watch. Ah, Gustav. Are you still there, I wonder, Gustav? I hope you are. Right. This morning, funny you should mention that, Gustav. This morning, I've been playing around with trying to get an audio-only stream going. Gustav has suggested, not that I ever take any notice of what he says, or certainly wears, but Gustav has suggested an audio-only stream so you don't have to sit there and watch it. Then, because he wants it, like, sometimes he's going out and he wants me on in his ear holes, but without having to have the YouTube stream or Facebook thing on in his pocket, because I think you have to leave the stream on. Now, I've been mucking around with a shoutcast. I've got this, I don't know if there's any technical people watching, it's called a shoutcast thing, right? So you literally just send the audio out. Now, it appears to be going out, okay? But I can't find how to listen to the damn thing, so I'm a bit perplexed at the moment. I've followed the instructions, but I can't get it working. So I don't know if anyone else knows any shoutcast, how to work all that. I'm using Winamp to try and send it out, but I can't get it going, Gustav. So I'm sorry about that, old boy. At the moment, no. At the moment, no, I can't do that. I've been trying I've tried 3 or 4 times now, and I can't get that working. So we'll have a. I'll ask around and see if I can find someone to help me with that. Good morning to Adam the plumber. Morning, Adam. Andy Baker, 12 till 1. The build-up is on early. Oh, we don't worry about the build-up, dear. Oh no, it's just interviewing boring members of the public who want to be on the telly. You know, like reality people, hosts and what have you. It'll be interviewers, you know, struggling for words and trying to get interviews out of the public, which is always a very difficult thing to do. You know, you talk to them and there's nothing coming back. I'm on telly. Oh, well, say hello to my mum. Say hello to all my friends watching in Newcastle. Aye. Yeah, and up the Reds. And it's all a bit like that, is it? No, we want to see the royal wedding. Is there a big organ? Is there a big organ? You know, da 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 da, da, or have they got a whole orchestra in there? I'd like to see the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra at the royal wedding. Is that going to happen? I wonder what hymns they've got. They've got to do I Vow to Thee, My Country, haven't they? I vow to thee, my country. That one. They've got to do that one. Did you know that's from the planet's host? Yes, it's Jupiter. Did you know that? See, a mind of information. Good morning to Shane Cameron. Morning. Always smart for you, Shane. We don't turn up in tracksuit tops and bottoms here, dear. Just the bottoms, because you don't need to see the bottom bit, do you? I don't look like this doing the... As soon as I finish, this all comes off and an old scruffy T-shirt goes on. I'm not joking. My mate comes round and he says, you're not wearing that out, are you? Mind you, I'm going to the Apple shop this afternoon to take in my iPhone to see if they can sort out the camera jittering problem. John says, Harry is carefree and a wild prince. Carefree, that's the word I'm looking for. Thank you, John. Andy was up at 4:10 this morning. Oh, God. What, and you got up or did you stay in bed? What did you do? Yeah, 55, Angela, that's me. Robbie, there's a saying, you're as long as the way you feel in your heart. Well, I'm feeling 55 now, to be honest. No, I don't feel 55. I feel like 30. I don't know if I could go out and dance all night like I used to at trade, you know. But I don't know if I could do that. But I certainly don't feel 55. The in-crowd Roxy Music. I don't think I know that one. Don't know that one. Tom, the in-crowd, a hit for Dobie Gray, 64. Ramsey Lewis Trio, 65. No, I don't think I know that. Maybe if I heard the tune, I might know it, you know. Don't know. Social media, John. Good morning on Periscope. I could see Megan going down the aisle to Beyonce's Independent Woman. I do hope not. A remote link like up in the bingo halls. Oh, yes. We could do a link game. £20,000 is the prize. That'd be nice, wouldn't it, eh? £20,000 of the prize. Nice. After swimming yesterday, I did a bit of gardening yesterday. I've noticed some weeds coming up. I keep getting these. They're a bit like geraniums, okay? and they got little pink flowers, but they're weeds and they stink. Anyone get those in the garden? When you pull them up, they really stink. There's loads of them out there. I was down there with my rubber gloves. Also, some of the brambles. I've got brambles all round the outside of my fence. I haven't put them in. They just grew. I did put some of them in, but generally they just grow naturally around there. So I've got, which is quite good for security purposes as well, I suppose, having brambles all around your fence. But I've got those around, and they were coming through. There were some brambles appearing in the garden, so you need a pair of rubber gloves to pull those on. Otherwise, you get little spikes in your finger. Oh, you can. Sometimes you can't get them out, and with tweezers trying to pull out these spikes that have ended up embedded in my finger. But smelly things, these little geraniums. I don't know what they're called. Then as I got back from swimming pool, I had some lunch, and I sat in the garden yesterday. It was beautiful. Not too hot either. I sat in the garden and I was writing a list, actually. A list, because I am thinking about perhaps half moving up north. Half moving up north. And I was writing this list of how I could do it. You know, should I sell a house and move up there, lock, stock and barrel, and then that's that done? Or should I try and sell something else, give me a deposit, buy another place, or buy a caravan, or just rent somewhere up there? I could just rent somewhere up there for a few months. And what I would do is go up there 3 days a week. So maybe I could finish work, I don't know, say on a Monday night. Then I would drive up north, and then I'd be there Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, come back late Thursday night, and back to work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I mean, I could do that. So there's lots of options, and I had about 10 options in front of me there. So I'm not sure what to do, but I am feeling pulled up north, really. I am feeling pulled up north. I noticed that the people are better up north. They're more friendly. They're absolutely more friendly. There's no rubbish on the ground all over the place. We get it here. Oh, it's terrible. Disgusting people who are coming back late from the pub, who are eating a kebab and then just throw the blooming plastic thing and that on the grass. There's me and another lady. She don't live here. She lives quite far down. I see her every week. She's going around, and I've got one myself with a litter picker thing. You know, the little thing, and you push the thing and the clamp closes and you pick up a can or something. She does it as well. Me and her go around picking up rubbish. We should have to do that. You don't see it where my sister lives. Woodall Spa. The Lincolnshire Wolds I quite like. I quite like the Lincolnshire Wolds. That goes as far north as Grimsby, where I've got a friend there, Danny, who lives in Grimsby, and which would be quite nice, you know, going up that way, I suppose. But that's a bit far, Grimsby. Coming back down a little bit further towards sort of where my sister lives, Lincoln, and that way would be better. But there you've got like places on their own. 175,000 buys you something rather wonderful. Really does. I mean, if you were moving lock, stock and barrel from south to north, you're laughing. I mean, you really are, because the places down here are worth so much more than they are up there. But I don't know. I've got to think of doing something. Got to think of doing something like that. Perhaps I don't think I would sell this and move lock, stock and barrel up there. I think that's the least likely thing to happen that I would do, because then you don't have a get out clause. You know, you could do it and if, oh no, this isn't for me, you know, and be bored senseless. That could happen. But I have all these other things to do as well. So I don't know. I'm thinking about all these things. So it was a lovely day sitting in the garden, actually. I was out there for about an hour. Have I got a tan? I think I have. Look, you thought it was liver failure, didn't you? No, it's a tan. Dear. Dear me. Let's have a look here. Claire says, that's what I had in mind, £20,000 prize. That would be great. Oh, I'll see what I can do. Usually it's a £30 bar tab at the quiz, but £20,000 link game is possible, yeah. Social media John, 20,000 plus your studio background set. Do you want that, do you? That'd be changing in a couple of weeks because we're going into the summer one. I've got a nice... No, perhaps I shouldn't tell you. No, I won't. I've got a nice... I changed the background each season now. We're just coming into summer. So early June, hopefully by the 1st of June, I'll have a new background up for you there, all right? Social media, John. New Barnet? No, I'm not in New Barnet. Bracknell, I am. Bracknell. Claire reckons that's a good solution to go up there 3 days a week. Yeah, I mean, I might well do that. Paul reckons I'm buying a caravan in Birmingham. No, but again, caravan is one of the things. Now, I said to you before that buying a caravan is not really the difference between buying and hiring. Unless you're going up there a lot, it's just not worth doing because you spend a lot of money buying the thing and then it's rent. Now, however, I worked out if I was to rent a caravan 3 days a week, okay, and I went up there every week, it would cost me £700 a month. Well, at that point, it's cheaper to buy one, okay? Once you've bought it, I'm not including really here that the total cost to buy a caravan is quite expensive. It's not cheap, although it's cheaper than buying a house, of course. You know, it's the ground rent, and the ground rent's about £2,500–3,000 a year. We'll divide that by 12. What's that? No, I can't do it in my head. One moment, please. Say 3,000. £3,000 a year. Divide by 12 is £250. Well, that's a lot less than 700, isn't it? So you see, it would, in that circumstance, probably be cheaper to buy a second-hand caravan and do that there, because there's a little site that I stay at called Willow Holt, which I adore. It's such a nice place. That's where I hire a caravan when I'm up there. Well, they sell them as well. And it's not a massive site. It's not like a Haven Holiday. There's not some big nightclub and a huge bar and all that. You don't want all that. You want a quiet place, and it's a by lakes and all that business. So that's a possibility as well, Claire. You're quite right there, all right? Good morning, Diane Jeb. Good morning, Diane. Adam says rent somewhere. See, Adam's, I think rent is probably the thing. Good. Tom, a bit surprised Chris wasn't invited to the royal wedding. Not as surprised as I was, Tom. But I think Harry and Meghan, with them being regular viewers to this show, were concerned that I wouldn't be able to do a show. That's why they didn't invite me. I'm sure that is definitely the case. Absolutely the case. Yes. So I come back up here after sitting in the garden. Then I paid my accountant a vast sum of money. All the tax is done for the year. I don't hang around here. Oh, no. Some of these bods, they hang around till the end of the year, didn't they? Oh, I must do my tax. And then it gets to the 31st of December. Too late, mate. Bang, £100 fine. Or was that 31st of January? Can't remember. But if you haven't done it by a certain time, you get bang, £100 fine. And then you keep getting fined until you do it. Why would you do that? No. My tax year finishes end of February. Is it end of February? I think it's end of February. My tax year finishes. And then I get my stuff together, straight off to the accountant. All straight off. And he does his stuff and then sends me an enormous bill here. Put it this way. He's probably going to Barbados business class. Christ. And to add insult to injury, he says this. Sends me this. Look at this. Sends me this little book, right, with paper and a pen attached to the side, with a little note in it. A gift for you on the occasion of my 30th year in business, as thanks for your loyal clientele and friendship. What? How much did this book cost me? Can I have a discount if I send the book back, do you think? Christ almighty. But they do their job. And I've got my tax bills to pay now, and I know exactly how much I'm going to pay at the end of July, and exactly how much I'm going to pay next January and next July as well. So I'm way in advance. So the idea is you get it in nice and early, then you can start collecting the money together, and you save up that amount. Then when the tax bill comes, there's no problem. People don't keep on top of it. It's so important to pay your tax bill. It's more serious not to pay that than your gas and electric and your mortgage. I'm telling you that now. You get shoved into prison because they need the money. Theresa needs a new handbag. She needs a new handbag, lovies. And in fact, I hope she doesn't use my tax money to buy herself a handbag. I will happily take her to Ralph Lauren or Ted Baker to get her to choose a hat. If she turns up at my door today, Theresa May, turn up at my door today and I will personally take you to the outlet stores in Bicester in Oxfordshire, and I will buy you a new handbag. How's that? I will do that for you. As long as we can have a cup of tea together and I can do a little bit of you with the studio in here. That'd be quite nice. We can have a little chat in here with Theresa. Do you like the sound of that, lovies? I do. What a wonderful idea, yes. Angela says, do you think Ed Sheeran will sing at the church? Oh, he's not going, is he? Oh, not another one of his boring ballads. Oh, dear. We talked about this on the show the other day, how depressing the music is today. It's all ballads. Him and Adele. God, great singers, great people, but boring songs. Oh, let's pause and have a tissue and be upset again with a depressing song. Morning, Colin. Welcome, Colin. Hello, Adam Blue Buckley is there as well. Now, I forgot to read a message out the other day. Can I do that in a moment? I hope you don't mind. So as I say, I paid my accountant, had a little sleep. Then last night, got up, had some dinner. I watched two more episodes of Lost in Space, which I'm really enjoying at the moment. Oh my God! The robot, Will Robinson made the robot step off the rock. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you haven't got Netflix, have you? You need Netflix. 10 quid a month, that's all it is. 10 quid. You need Netflix. Lost in Space, I'm now up to episode 7. Oh, yes, episode 7. Then I watched... then Ronnie, my mate, came round a little bit later on, and we watched the first episode of Humans. Now, I like the first couple of series. I've watched the first one last night. It's returned last night. Oh, it's all gone a bit lefty on there, isn't it? Huh? Little groups speaking their speeches and doing all that. Oh, Christ. You know, I half expected Victoria Derbyshire to appear on there and start doing one of her victims programmes. They're all victims on there, aren't they? The humans who have all been killed and the robots who have all been killed. And there's another one doing a speech and another one cutting his hand, you know, in public. Oh, give it a rest, love. Entertain me. And the best actor one of the best actors in the world, Colin Morgan, didn't have a speaking part last night. He's lying on a bench, half dead. Poor old Colin. Oh, I miss Merlin, didn't you? Merlin. Da, da, da. Remember Merlin? Colin Morgan. Great actor. He's actually got a really thick Irish proper accent. But he speaks kind of with an English accent on Merlin and with a posh English accent. I don't know how you do that. Do you change your accent? I mean, you might be able to do it for a moment or two. I mean, I'm not so bad at the Australian accent myself. I wish I'm doing it especially for Angela, but I couldn't keep that up, like, you know, for a whole programme. No, I don't think so. So poor old Colin was laying there. Who's the head robot? Not the black one, the white lady. Who's that now? Maya. Maya, quite like her. She's a laugh. She was doing it with someone's husband, weren't she? As a robot. God's sake, man. John is wishing Jackie good morning. Morning. Is Jackie... Oh, Jackie. Jackie who? Jackie, is it Jackie Can? Jackie Can with us this morning. Is she with us? Oh, my God, the stars come out to watch the show today, don't they? Tim says, true about too many ballads on the radio. Listen to Tony Braxton's new single before I logged in. One of the better ballads. Yeah, absolutely, Tim. Not all ballads are depressing. They're not. Not all ballads are depressing. I Will Always Love You, Dolly Parton, isn't. Sung by Whitney Houston, it is. Isn't that funny? Or it might be personal preference, but certainly not all ballads are awful. Tim, Elton John could be well performing at the wedding, thankfully not doing Candle in the Wind. Perhaps that's not appropriate to do that one. I wonder what Elton... I think he should do Crocodile Rock. Crocodile Rock. I quite like that one. Tim, can I request that you do that next time you turn up at one of my places? And that would be quite nice. All right? Angela says you can't do an Aussie accent. So bad, Chris. I think you're probably right. So I watched Humans. Very, very lefty on there. I've expected Jeremy Corbyn to walk in as well. You know, spouting off some speech about this, that or the other. And that's it. As I say, this morning I got up at 7 o'clock. I've got to take the iPhone in for an appointment later on to try and sort out the phone juddering. And apart from that, I watered the plants this morning. Been out and watered the plants. Have you seen Ron, my mate's birthday video? Because he had his birthday a couple of weeks ago. I found it on my iPhone and I can't remember whether I've shown that to you or not. Have I shown you Ronnie's birthday video yet? Does anyone remember seeing that with a cake and what else? Well, he was opening his present from me and all that business. Did anyone see that at all? John says, I've heard that Elton is singing your song. It's a little bit funny, this feeling inside. Now, you see, that's a ballad, not depressing. And what's the Disney one? The Circle of Life. And the Circle of Life, it's a real beginning. I like that one. We do like a Disney one. Now, there's a specific version of that. If you're going to do that at karaoke, do the Disney version, the DK version, with the drum at the end. When right at the very end, it goes boom, like that. It's got a proper ending. We do like songs with endings rather than a fade. If you're a karaoke version, generally the Zoom versions of songs have all got endings to them. Sort of the version of Love is in the Air that I do. It's got an ending. Love's in the air, la da 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 da, love is in the air. Joanna hasn't seen the video. I don't think I've shown you that video, so I haven't put it on the system. So I'll upload that and show it to you perhaps tomorrow morning if I get that up there now. I should have time to do that this morning, actually. No, hang on, I have shown it. We don't want to do repeats, Joanna. Claire will find it for you. Claire's very good at finding stuff on the internet. I'm not very good at that. For example, I was trying to set up that shoutcast thing for Gustav today. And I couldn't get that going, and I'm looking up things. I'm sure I'm following the instructions to the letter, but often I can't get technology things going, and I have to walk away from them. Otherwise, it takes me into depression. It does, honestly. Terrible. Technological things that I can't get working quickly send me into a deep depression. That is true, that is, so I have to watch that. No, Joanna has seen it. Beautiful cake. That was the one from Le Petite Valerie, isn't it? Oh, yes. Highly recommended to get your birthday cakes. If you've got a really... I wouldn't, don't go and buy it for sort of friends, but very close friends. Highly recommended birthday cakes from Petite Valerie. Oh, yes. Make sure you take in your order number because they won't be able to find it with your name and address. Be warned, everything's got a number on it. Oh, that was delicious. I'm sure that was responsible for the £3 I put on that week at Slimming World. You want to see the size of the slice I had? Paul says David Milliband just on Sky News. Oh, not him now. Oh, he's back, is he? I thought he'd become a farmer or something like that. He's trying to save Brexit. Why don't these ad-beans don't go away? Yeah, bad enough seeing him, but I'd rather see him than Tony Bleeding Blair. Go away. Oh, isn't he the most annoying person to appear on the telly? You've had your chance. You did very well. Thank you. Now go away. On and on he goes, doesn't it? Oh, blimey. Dear me. Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. Depressing. Very depressing. Very depressing. Ray has seen the picture, the video of the cake, so I have seen it. Okay, so I can delete that from my phone now. I've had to delete. I've had to delete certain pictures from my phone before I take it to Apple that people have sent me. Strange people send me very, very strange pictures. Fortunately, Ray Reynolds wasn't one person to send me certain things. Danny, I don't think you've ever sent me things, have you? Certain pictures on my phone? No. Right, some news stories. Now, look at this. Doctor surgically... This is in this morning's Daily Mirror. Doctor surgically implants something into someone. You ready for this? I mean, it's awful. A doctor has recorded... You can find this video on Daily Mirror. Look under Weird News. So bring up the Daily Mirror website. At the top, it says news, politics, sport, and along there you'll see weird news. This is in there. A doctor has recorded the tense moment he surgically implanted a platinum piece of jewellery onto a patient's eyeball. I mean, Why would you muck around with your eyes like that? I mean, I'm a big disbeliever in cosmetic surgery. I really am. Anything that involves doing something to your body, you're asking. I don't think you should be opened up or had anything done to you unless it's to save your life. Shoving a pipe in your stomach and having fat sucked away, well, you've made an opening, you can get infection in there. I mean, you're asking for trouble. I mean, to do something to your eyeball. This person, Emil Shin, filmed himself performing the nail-biting procedure, which required the insertion of a 3mm by 4mm wide platinum heart into the patient's eyeball. Oh, I'm just cringing now thinking about it. In New York, it only took 5 minutes. The 5-minute procedure is said to be rather painful. What does that mean, rather pain-free? Rather pain-free. And takes only 3 days to heal after conjunctivitis seals. After 3 days, the patient can't feel the less than 1mm thick jewellery, as it is carefully smoothened, polished and curved to conform to the natural shape of the eye. I mean, it's just hideous. Dr. Shin first preps the patient by giving them a topical anaesthetic and sterilising the surface of the eyeball, lining a crosshair up to the part of the membrane the jewel is to be placed. With the crosshair in place, the doctor then cuts a small incision, 3mm wide, which the jewel will slide into. The doctor's had 20 years' experience under his belt, insists the jewel is almost impossible to have an allergic reaction to, as the body is able to accept this medical grade of metal. The surgery offers different shapes of jewellery, such as hearts and stars, and can also be removed through a procedure that lasts around 5 minutes. Well, at least you can have it taken out again. But honestly, mucking around with your eyes. You've only ever got one pair of eyes, haven't you? Oh, maybe a tattoo or something like that. But shoving bits and pieces into you. Oh, no. Tom says, why not have a Lego piece put in your eyeball while you're at it? Yes, Tom. Lego. Horrible. Ray Reynolds says, did I send you Laura and Hardy in bed together? I've seen them. That was a normal thing, two blokes in bed together. There was nothing funny going on. They just used to lay there, didn't they, Ray? Morecambe and Wise did the same as well, didn't they? Danny, can you send me a couple of pictures? I'd like to have a look. Danny says David's a better choice over Ed any day. Well, it's funny you should say that. I actually think if David Milliband had been the leader of the Labour Party when Ed Milliband was the leader, I think they probably would have won. People just didn't like Ed Milliband. I can do that because I used to have sticking out teeth, but my mum had mine done. Why didn't Ed's mum have his done? She must have hated him. She must have hated him. Not too late, though. I don't think it's too late, is it? Good morning to Matthew Joplin. Good morning, Matthew, who's just had breakfast. We're going to Brighton with Dan and Jade. Are you all together now? Have a nice time in Brighton. You got the right weather for that today. You're going on the train. That's a lovely way to go down on the seaside, isn't it? A train. I don't know if any of the Bracknell trains go to the seaside, actually. I'll have to look that up. It's very different driving rather than on a train, because I like, when I go to London, if I go during the daytime and, I'm on my own, generally I'll cycle up to Bracknell train station to get the train in. I love it. You just sit there, the doors close, and then you relax. You get out a book or you look out the window at everyone on their mobile phones. Next time you're on a train, Dan, have a look out the window. Whenever you get to the station, 85% of the people are staring down at their mobile phones. How sad are they? God. And they're like on it all the time. Not quite, must check my messages, must check my messages. I must admit, I'm a little bit guilty of that while the television's on downstairs. And you miss stuff on the telly, don't you? You do miss stuff. But have a look. Next time you're on a train, look around. Everyone's sitting there glued to their phones. Makes you wonder what we used to do before that. I think we were looking people up and down for anyone we fancied, weren't we? I think when I was going to school, I used to go to school on a train. It was a tube train. Used to get an 85 bus from Roehampton to Putney Bridge Station. From there, I would get. And we had school passes. We never had to pay fares. I think that was with all school children at that point. I'm not sure. But anyway, I used to get off the 85 bus and go up the stairs at Putney Bridge Station, wait for the tube, the doors would open, plumes of smoke would pour out the carriage, because everyone could smoke, you see. They could smoke, and in the, not the changing room, in the waiting room. Oh my God. Because in the winter, it was cold in the winter then, in those days. We used to all pile into this waiting room where everyone would be smoking. You couldn't see for smoke in this room. And there'd be a fire, some sort of oil or electric heater. And everyone would be trying to get around that because it was so cold. And then the train would come. Everyone would pour out of this little room. The doors would open. The smoke would pour out. And we'd all get onto the carriage and try and squeeze onto the train. And you'd be looking around to see who you fancied. Now, they're just staring at the mobile phones. Can I do a Scottish or Pakistani accent? I don't think so, Alan. I'm useless at doing that. I did try a couple of accents out earlier, Alan, unsuccessfully, according to Angela, who says I can't do an Australian accent, unfortunately. Now, look at this. We hate the people of Cambridge. Or Cambridgeshire. You ready for this? They hate cats. Evil people. What's wrong with poor little pussies? We love pussies. Poor little things. Look at this. A call has been mounted for all cats to be banned from a village in Cambridgeshire with felines branded unwanted pest. Poor little cat. Don't let my mate see this. He'll be straight down there knocking on people's doors, having a go at them. A petition submitted to the government has said it should be illegal to own a cat in Saltree. This is in the Daily Mirror again. The feline phobia. That's what it is. That's what it is. Feline phobia. You know what's going to be on the Victoria Derbyshire show tomorrow, don't you? Yep. She will troll on 5 cats. They will all sit on those stools that she's got and discuss feline phobia with the cats tomorrow. That will be on the Victoria Derbyshire show. Tomorrow's victims, cats. The feline phobic resident who wants to bring in the ban has also said cats should be eradicated from village life. What does he mean by that? Eradicated. Evil person. Is it a woman or a man? Let's have a look. Not making a difference, really, does it? The petition claims the innocent village of Saltree is not hardly innocent. If you want to kill cats, evil people. The petition claims the innocent village of Saltree has seen a drastic influx of certain unwanted pests in recent years. Yes, the humans. Get out and leave it to the cats. Horrible people. I mean, there's a picture of the place here. It doesn't look all that, to be honest. You know, I mean, it looks a bit estate-ish, do you know? It looks a bit like new estate. I can't bear the look of these new estates. Barratt Homes, Wimpy Homes, whoever. Legoland estates. There's hundreds of them going up around here. Not on my front doorstep. There's no room for... I mean, I suppose there would be, when I think about it. You could put a few houses over there. But I can't see that happening, really. Not in the middle of all the other houses. We've already got our space here, you know. But around Bracknell, there's a hell of a lot of building going on. And a lot of it is these ghastly Legoland estates where every house looks the same. Horrible. Tiny little gardens. Ghastly places. It might be an age thing because my niece and my nephew, they have houses like that. And they're quite happy. They're quite happy to have a tiny little garden and small rooms. I can't do that. Horrible. Horrible, these new places, I think. I'm talking about cats, wrote the resident. I would like to make illegal any ownership of the animals in the village so as they might eventually be eradicated. What an evil person he is, or she. With a population of around 6,500 residents, Saltree lies between Huntingdon and Peterborough. Luckily for Saltree cats, the government has rejected the petition. Thank you, Theresa. We bow down in your holy name. Indicating that local cat population was not something it or Parliament could help with. The government's response suggested the anti-cat campaigner raised the issues with the local council. Well, I noticed they haven't put a picture of this person on there. You know, obviously through fear of reprisals. Poor little pussycats. I would spend the money on doing the potholes instead. My nephew was saying there's a massive pothole at the moment on the Horncastle Road where they live in Lincolnshire. Massive that's a nice place to live, Horncastle. Not right in the town. Have a look it up. There's some fields, and that's what my nephew has his business there as well. That's nice. All yellow fields in the summer with the rapeseed grass or whatever it's called, oil growing there. Beautiful place. Cats' lives matter. Yes, Tom. We need a new group. My friend Shy will set up a group. Cats' lives matter. Yes. There he is. Jackie Can is with us this morning. Good morning, Jackie. Jackie is now. Jackie's a famous person. Oh, yes, dear. All the famous people are watching this show, love. Jackie Can, Barry Manilow, Shirley Bassey. They're all in tune. You just can't see them. They hide themselves at the top. They all watch this programme to see if they're going to get them in the hope that they get a mention. This morning it's been Jackie's turn, so I mentioned Jackie Can's name this morning. Tomorrow I might mention Robbie Williams tomorrow. I might mention him and he'll probably be watching. Then I get a phone call, you see. Oh, thanks ever so much for mentioning me today. That's okay, Robbie, no problem. No problem. You know, he's had a hard time. Robbie. I think he's sorted himself out now. Good luck to him. Tom, I just Facebook messaged you a video of chicken wings coated in 24 karat gold, and they're $1,000. Chicken wings. Oh, let's have a look. Is it a video? Oh, I can't play a video out, unfortunately. While I'm doing that, there's no way to do that, I'm afraid. You wouldn't eat 24 karat gold chicken wings, would you? We don't eat dead animals, Tom. Oh, you're not a dead animal eater, are you? Oh, God. Oh, we've got another dead animal eater with us. You must become a vegetarian, my love. Carrots and peas. There's nothing wrong with carrots and peas. Huh? Baked beans are my favourite as well. I do like some baked beans. Paul says, remember the woman in Wolverhampton when she put that poor cat in the wheelie bin? Yes, she took a lot of stick from that, from cat lovers all over the world. We love cats. My mate's cats, one of his cats is really miserable. You stroke it and it hisses at you. It don't like people. It's got this basket upstairs and it lives mainly sleeping in this basket. And if you stroke it, it hisses. It don't like your people at all. And it was such a friendly little thing when I used to hold it in my hand. Oh, Ginger thing it is, Ginger. I hope Harry's not like that when he's been held. You know, he's not going to start hissing at her when she touches him, is she? Is he? My mate's got one. He's got two of his cats are really lovely and friendly, actually. There's Lauren. She's a girl. She's the only girl in the house. And she's such a lovely thing. And Ralph is all right. Ralph never sort of hisses at you or anything like that. He's a big cat. Big cat. And you wouldn't want to row with a big cat. You know, it's all very well seeing these pictures sometimes of people in the working at safari parks there, and they're stroking their cats now. But you know, that cat turns, you've had it, mate. They rip you to bits. Hopefully that person who's complaining at the village in Cambridgeshire will be attacked by 200 cats one night as he walks home from the pub. Or her. Whether it is. Angela says, do baked beans make you pass wind? Do you like them in ham sauce or tomato? Tomato sauce only. We don't have ham sauce. I've never heard of such a thing, Angela. Perhaps you have them in Australia. One of my favourite makes of baked beans are Bush baked beans. They're in America. Tom, I know those. Bush's baked beans are the best. Here, My personal favourite are Branson baked beans, which are very different prices everywhere. 4 cans in Asda, £1.50. In Sainsbury's, £2.25. In Waitrose, I don't know how the price difference is so much, but there you go. What else have we got here? In the sun. Now, what is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? In the sun, there's a new thing now spreading in of all places, Disneyland. Now, I love Disney. Oh, I love it. I could go every day to Disney and just walk up and down that main street, taking in the smells of the cakes and the sweets and watching the characters and the little children having fun as well. I love it. I love Disney. Well, some of these idiots here, young people they are, they look like millennials to me. Always a problem, millennials. Always a problem. Here we go. Thrill-seeking women, okay? A cheeky, naked craze has now spread to Disneyland as women take the mickey by flashing their bums and boobs at the happiest place on earth. What you doing, girls? The blokes don't do this. What if children see you? It's not a nice look to suddenly get a pair of boobs out. You may think it is, but we don't. Thrill-seeking women have been stripping off just metres from unsuspecting tourists at the amusing park's latest craze. What about the children? This is not good to do this in front of children, is it, girls? Come on. Come on. Some have been snapped with their boobs out in the gift shop, while other ladies bare at night and another stripped off outside the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. I mean, ghastly people. Awful people. This is not the only awful story I'm going to tell you today. Now, if you're eating, I must warn you, in a few moments' time, I will have another disgusting story to tell you. The X-ray, and funnily enough, it's another woman. Where's all the blokes doing these things? We don't do these things. We don't, dear. A raunchy woman also nipped outside to the car park for her amusement. The X-rated trend is the latest craze to hit the internet after naked diners stripped off in packed restaurants. I mean, they don't even look nice. They're horrible, these people. Saucy snaps doing the rounds online showed girls whipping out their boobs in pubs, coffee shops and eateries all over the world. Pictures range from subtle flashes to brazen exposure, with one girl standing up at a crowded diner and flipping the middle finger to the camera. Oh, God. Oh, that's really classy, isn't it, love? Really classy. You don't see the blokes doing this. You don't. Awful. It comes after a range of raunchy trends and fashion fads are being released for the summer. I mean, Theresa must know about this. She must be informed immediately. Have a word with old Donald Trump would be laughing at. He'd be over there, wouldn't he? He'd be straight to Disney when he sees this story. Oh, let's have a look at the girls. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, Donald Trump. Is it a wig? Is it a wig, Donald? We want to know, mate. Naked bikinis with feature racy cutout sections are set to be all the rage on the beach and pool parties. The garments have cheeky boob-bearing holes that are certainly not for those who are shy. Oh, no. Here. Something else here. Look. There's a Paris museum, the Palais de Tokyo, that now allows you to walk around the gallery naked. But why would you want to do that? Oh, I don't get it. I just don't get it. John says it's got to be Heinz baked beans for me. Yeah, I used to be a Heinz person as well, actually, John. Then I tasted the Branson baked beans. Have got a stronger flavour on them. Tom, Bush's baked beans are the baked beans choice here. And they're very nice as well. Very, very nice as well. Paul says Jackie Chan made some good kung fu films. Talking about millennials, have you seen the new millennial edition of Monopoly? Monopoly have brought a new edition out for millennials. Yeah, they land, every time they land on somewhere, they find that houses are too dear for them to buy. We do like to hate millennials. They're so full of it, they really are. They need to be knocked down to size. Moan, 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 moan. The millennials all the time. Moaning all the time. Now, here's one more story today. Now, this isn't nice. I must warn you, this has shock value. Again, it's in the Daily Mirror. A woman has pooed on the floor of a coffee shop, Tim Hortons, before picking it up and throwing it at staff in this horrendous and explicit footage. Now, this again is in the Daily Mirror and it's in the weird news section. She is seen leaning against the woman who appears angry in the clip and reportedly had been denied access to the shop toilets was captured on closed-circuit television. She is seen leaning against a counter, pulling her trousers and underwear down and going on the floor in front of an employee. Seconds later, she scoops it up and throws it at the workers. This is in Canada. Dirty woman. She then grabs a napkin, wipes her bottom, throwing the now poo-covered tissues at the workers too, all with her clothes around her ankles. I just don't get how someone would actually do that. The shocking incident took place in a branch of Tim Hortons, a coffee chain that's hugely popular in Canada and which opens its first store in the UK last year. According to BuzzFeed, the woman had been told she couldn't use the toilet on Monday evening, with staff citing past behaviour as the reason she was banned. So I don't know what she did in there. A member of the staff was on the phone to police. Good. Well, I hope they get her. Dirty, disgusting piece of filth. They really are, aren't they? Dusty, dirty, disgusting pieces of filth. Tom says Tim Hortons is a giant in Canada. I've never heard of it. I've never heard of Tim Hortons. We have Starbucks. Now, I'm not a coffee drinker, so I can't really comment on the coffee. They seem to do like nice cups of coffee with all sorts of stuff and cream and everything else on them and little shapes on the top and what have you. I think they're expensive for what they are. I do. Buying tea and coffee out here and paper cups is okay. It's actually quite nice to have a cup of tea out of a paper cup. I'll have a large Starbucks cup of black tea with a dash of milk in it. That's all right. The Starbucks tea is all right. Costa coffee we have as well. Costa tea is rank. It's horrible. Don't like it. Costa tea. And you can also get little cups of tea from, I think, Greg's and places like that. But Starbucks tea, that's okay. But too expensive for what it is, I think, you know. John says it's disgusting. Yeah, there's some really disgusting people around, John. And you just imagine doing that in Greg's the Baker's after a sausage roll. Well, I hope she was locked up for that. It's disgusting. Really, really is disgusting, isn't it, eh? Okay, let's do today's birthdays, boys and girls, and then we're time to start my day's activities. Who we got today? It's Lee Marshall from Gorgeous FM Manchester. Good morning, Lee. Good morning. You're not with us live today, are you? Never mind. It's Lee Marshall's birthday today. Happy birthday, Lee, who is a top, apparently. Good morning, Lee. Happy birthday to you, Lee. Happy birthday to... Don't say how old you are, so I shall estimate that at 32. Estimated age 32. Omolka Mercy Mora Kenyo is 28 years old today. I'm loving the pink hat, my darling. Happy birthday to you. Filio, we remember you. You would have been 31 today. Not with us anymore. She used to come along to the karaoke nights at Belushi's in London Bridge years ago. And she died, I think, about 3 or 4 years ago now. So we remember you, Filio, and you would have been 31. So happy birthday to you. Estebu Garcia, happy birthday, Esty. Someone else I worked at. That's wrong. Someone I worked with. At Belushi's in London Bridge, Esty. Such a nice little thing you were. We had a little bit of a laugh in there, didn't we? Happy birthday, Esty. And happy birthday to Nick Ashby, who's 48 years old today. Happy birthday, Nick. Gareth Cottrell is 34 years old today. Happy birthday, Gareth. Millie Quick. Happy birthday, Millie. And Carly Cocker. Happy birthday, Carly. Kimberly Clark. Happy birthday, Miss Kimberly. All right. Jose Iglesias. Oh, wow, what a name. 47 years old today. Happy birthday to Jose. And a message that I'd completely forgotten, to which I should have read out on Wednesday, actually. Now, there was one day we didn't do a show. Well, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? I can't remember. But this was for the day's show that we didn't do, right? And I was supposed to read it out the next day, but I completely forgot. So here it is now. And it's from the lovely Glenda, who writes, "Good evening, Chris. I hope you're doing well. You were talking the other day on your show about internet radio. We have something here in the US called Sirius Radio. It's via satellite internet and extremely popular. We don't have anything like that here at all. We do have some radio stations on satellite here, but I don't think many people listen to radio via satellite at all. It's all I listen to. I rarely listen to AM/FM radio. Do you have something like Sirius in the UK? No, nothing like that at all here. You should send a demo tape to the people at Sirius." So, yeah, thank you for that, Glenda. She says it's been her birthday. Her birthday was a couple of days ago on May the 14th. All right, so happy birthday for May the 14th. The best gift I could get for my birthday would be a personal message from you. Isn't that nice? Thanks for all the smiles you bring. I really enjoy listening to you, and that's from Glenda. First of all, Glenda, please accept my apologies for not reading that out on the day that you suggested, on the day that you wanted. I wasn't here on one day this week. I can't remember what day it was. It was either Tuesday or Wednesday. I wasn't here. So I meant to read it the day after, and it got lost. Sorry. So here it is now. Happy birthday to the lovely Glenda and all the other birthdays. And thank you, Glenda. You say some lovely things there, my darling. I think you listen to the Music and Chat show on Mondays as well. So happy birthday, Glenda, and everyone else. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Friday night tonight, boys and girls. It's Friday night tonight. So we'll be hosting karaoke tonight. And that is, I can't find the poster now. Haven't I got the Friday one on here? Monday, Wednesday, Sunday. It's not on here. How annoying is that? Never mind. Friday karaoke tonight. Join us tonight and every Friday at Central Station Bar in Wharfdale Road, King's Cross. Karaoke starts at 8:30 and goes right the way through until midnight. All right, exclusively to Islington, King's Cross area. Karaoke tonight and every Friday at Central Station Bar, Wharfdale Road, King's Cross, 8:30 to midnight. That's it for the show today. Hope I'm going to get my my iPhone. I'm hoping that they're going to simply take it off me and change it. Give me a new iPhone, then I'll know. Because sometimes they fix stuff and it doesn't fix the problem up. So, right, see how that goes. And I don't want to have to go back there again. Do you know what I mean? Because that'd be 3 times then. So it's most annoying. If you don't know already, when I'm doing a shot like that with a mobile phone, it stutters. It stutters, and you can actually hear it clicking inside the phone. So I think it is a hardware issue. Have a lovely Friday, boys and girls. It's beautiful out there today. Have a lovely Friday, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning, early tomorrow, because we don't want to clash with the royal wedding. You know, the BBC needs all the viewers they can get, and they can't have me sitting here taking viewers away from them. If only. Cheerio.